There she is. Carla's in the house. Woo woo. Joyce is here. Alexis is here. Sarah Brown's here. Guys, it's time for the Facebook Growth and Engagement Challenge. Are you ready? We're going to cover a lot today. This is going to be an incredible challenge. We're going to be taking you guys through how to grow your groups, how to convert more sales in your groups, how to get your group members helping you grow the groups, and how to use your groups to help retain your customers and your team. So, Jean DuPont's in the house. Who else is here? You guys, this is a 1 hour and probably a half. I probably won't go 2 full hours. I'll be done by 12:30 event. Linda Gayhart's in the house. Now we have it streaming into Social Sales School. I also just posted it over to YouTube, LinkedIn, Evergreen X, which we'll talk about in a second, Women in Network Marketing, and my business page. Please tell me, hi Jody, where do you see this video? Do you have any idea where you're watching at? Because where I really, really want you to be is the Social Sales School. So if you're seeing this somewhere else, where I really want you to be is in the Facebook group, Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. Reason why is because we have an event set up in that group. And if you are RSVP'd officially, it's free. If you're inside Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur and you RSVP'd to the event, I can pull prize draws from that RSVP list. Okay, I did not set up a sign up page for this. It's a free event happening inside the group. I will drop the link, although Carla, maybe you could drop the link. I'll try to drop the link. It may not let me send it to all platforms, but get over to our Facebook group. If you're not there yet, you can go to the events section, or if you're already in the group and you need to take a second to click out and go RSVP, go do it now. Currently at this moment, I am pinning to the very, very top a link directly to the event inside of the Facebook Social Sales group, which we have 15 people on from there. Okay, pinning it to the top. So go ahead and answer the questions scrolling across the bottom of your screen. How can we best help? What are your goals for your group? And I am not BSing you, which is kind of funny because my new favorite show on Netflix is now BS. It's literally my favorite show. I love it so much. I'm not BSing you. This is going to be jam-packed. I do not have a workbook for you. You're going to take notes. And if you're like me, I like to take notes in the comments. I like to just listen to the person talk, and I like to type out the things I hear them say. And then I might go back later and kind of review, but just writing things down sometimes puts it in my head. Now, for some of you, that works in reverse. You just need to listen, and then you can come back and watch replay and take notes. Okay? So we're going to be giving you a lot of ideas. We're going to be talking about what is currently working to grow your Facebook group, what you no longer need to do anymore, what you can stop doing, because I still see you all doing a lot of this, so we can save you some time, and what you can automate. Now, before we jump all the way in, I do have this streaming into Evergreen X. Who currently is in Evergreen X? If you're not sure, you can be like, what is it? Lisa Davis is in the house. Woo woo. Cool. You're in the Facebook group. Jody's in the Facebook group. Ooh, that's a long one. Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. I like it. She RSVP'd. Cool. That's the group you should be in. Group growth and engagement, says Carolyn Sue. Interaction and sales from posts consistently. Goals are to grow the group with content that's helpful to them. I need for my group just to respond. No one answers my questions. Karen's like, me. She's over in Evergreen X. Woo woo. Joyce Gilkerson's in there. Cynthia Heights in the house. Cynthia has an event for you guys free in this group tomorrow night, all on content. So if you're like, I need help with content, I'm not talking about content today. I'm talking about strategy. Facebook group growth and engagement strategic processes, not content. She can cover content with y'all. Okay. Her goal for her group is more parties and fun. Somebody says, I don't know what Evergreen is. It's okay. Now, Erica, we're just talking right now. We said this is the no BS zone. We're going to jump into it. So let's first talk about the purpose of the group. And this is super important. Number one, you must have clarity on your group's purpose because everything will go around this. After today's training, if you guys are not yet in the new Evergreen X, it's a private Facebook group, Evergreen X, give me your X. Everybody drop an X. Extreme. We have a growth strategy that we've taught for a long time for Facebook groups. It's been my main foundational strategy. So we went from virtual parties to Evergreen. And with Evergreen, you can grow your group through parties, weekly events, challenges, workshops, whatever you want to call them. But it's a container, a home, a community for your people. And the purpose for us, I want you to hear me clearly because some of y'all do not have clarity on the purpose. For us, we want to convert new people into buying members, okay? So it's not just a community to serve the customer. It's not just a place to provide value. It's not just a place to provide a fun community or a supportive environment. Our goal is to convert more sales. Do you follow me? So for me, in my groups that are those free groups that you guys are in, my network marketing party group, my network marketing ATM group, the goal is to convert sales. So we want to take people who don't yet purchase from us. We want to get them into this group and give them what? An experience. And we want them to convert into a purchasing, buying, happy customer who refers more, purchasing, buying, happy customers who then possibly turns into a happy team member because why? They've gone through the whole experience. Think about this, guys. It gives me chills to think about it. We overcomplicate. We all do. I do for sure. Don't feel like guilty. Guilty as charged. You'll be fine. If you want recruits in your network marketing business, so type me if you do. Who wants recruits? I want more people. If you're in network marketing, and you don't have to be in network marketing to be on this training because we're talking about regular group growth, no matter what kind of business you have, because my coaching business is not network marketing, right? If you want to recruit, I want to build a team. Yes, of course, me. Yes. And I come to you and I say, hey, Karen, you would be so incredible at what I do. Do you keep your income options open? That's a thing you could say to people, right? But it sounds just like everybody else on a cold message in social media. It didn't have any consideration for Karen and who she wants and why we're offering it to her. So what a lot of people do is they tend just to offer before the person even has a concept of what we're offering, okay? So a strategy I prefer more is to get these people experienced with what they would be using, buying, selling, sharing, so that when I say, gosh, Carla, ever thought about doing something like this? Like, you know what? Yeah, I have been looking for income and I've had a lot of opportunities, but this is different. The way that you like got me in that group and we had some fun and you shared some of the products in the group, you tagged me in some stuff, I think I could do that. Okay. No problem, Rachel. Another thing that might happen is Carla might say, no, I've actually never thought about doing something like this, but that experience I had, the simplicity of it, I actually think I could do that because I always thought doing a business was so hard. So having a purpose of your group is not just so you can convert more sales, it's because you're also in the business of recruiting, and how you sell is how your future team, right? Is how your future team is going to sell. Now, we're doing a Facebook event. We're doing a big group party right now. It's extra. Type in the comments below, extra. If you like to be extra sometimes, same. But if you don't like to be extra sometimes, we're going to talk about the base strategy everybody has to have. So purpose for me is convert new sales. Turn those sales into retention, retained customers. Turn those retained customers into referrals and turn some, not all, Turn some of the group members into team members. Not everybody wants to join your team. Not everybody needs your business. Not all of your customers want to sell just because they like to buy. Okay. And if you want to go do extra in your group, you can do extra. So we'll talk about the extra strategies and we'll talk about the base strategy today. Real quick, Carla is in the messenger right now and you all have an assignment. I understood the assignment. Are you ready for an assignment? Give me a big assignment in the comments below if you're ready for it. Give me a fire. Give me an X. Give me something in the comments if you're listening right now. Reason why Carla's over here, Carla actually works with our highest level program students. So for those of you who have never trained with us for any reason, welcome. If we haven't hung out before, maybe you're finding this video and it's the first time you've listened in on something. Carla works inside of our Impact Makers program. So do we have any Impact Makers in the house right now? It's our one-year coaching program. We have a lot of network marketers in there who came in to learn some strategy and they're growing through with us. They're learning mindset, they're learning strategic processes, but they're also starting to expand. I think I have 6 of you, maybe more, inside of Impact Makers Elite, which now is part of Impact, where you're actually growing and creating your own thing outside of network marketing that you can use as another value build, as another income stream, or as an asset to your team, right? So shout out to those of you. So Carla is the advisor for all these girls. But when I do a free challenge like this, she gets to be your advisor during the week, even if you're not a paying Impact Maker student. So if you don't get access to Carla already, because you're not Impact, type me in the comments below if you are not Impact and you would like to talk with her, because here's what she can do. She can offer you guys a free Facebook audit, limited, because her calendar, I guarantee, does not have 100 spots this week. A Facebook group audit is where she will actually pull your group link and you can evaluate some of the things we're talking about today. She can give you some suggestions. Carla is also there to talk to some of you who are really ready to quit playing. Stop playing, y'all. And join Evergreen X. So Evergreen X just released, right? It starts tomorrow. Erica, Christine, and I die. I'm in the worst chair of my life. I'm sitting on my legs and it's squishy. Evergreen X, Carla can tell you about it. And when you come into that group, it's 8 weeks of focused, not just as free training, but focused, step-by-step, module by module, live training with me. The first 4 weeks, we're going to build not just your Facebook group strategy for you, but we're also going to build our automation software right into it. So you don't have to be like, I'm going to one day. No, like you're doing it. This week we're doing this. 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 4 weeks. You can watch replay if you need to, but you've got to stay on track. And then the last 4 weeks is implementation so that I can be there for you as you're implementing the strategy you chose, implementing the automation. And Erica is your main support in there alongside of with me. And can somebody just give Erica any kind of testimonial if you've watched her do anything? She's a flipping rock star. She's an Impact Maker student who proved the system. Like she 10x'd my system. Erica, how many team members do you have right now? How much did you sell last month? Fill us in. So in Evergreen X, you're going to get Kathy and Erica. You also are going to get Charlene's going to come in. I think Christina Leone, you might be coming in that group for support as well. So it'll be a new community just around Facebook groups, whether you're doing events, parties, challenges, or ATM method. Dude, Erica like blew it out of the water. And she doesn't play. Girl doesn't play because she has a systematic, step-by-step, simple process. She does the work, she tracks, and she keeps on doing what's working. All right, let's jump into training. Evergreen X, if you guys don't know what it is, I'm running a special in 1 hour. But if you don't want to wait, and you want to go ahead and just tell Carla right now, like, I want to learn more, she'll give you more information. And then I have a special for you guys attending this training. If you want to come into Evergreen X, you'll get the full program materials for lifetime. By the way, it's an online course, Trello board. And those of you that had Evergreen in the past, the extreme version of it is the new Facebook growth strategies and the automation. So that you don't have to do all this manual. Purpose of the group, to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and start with what you can stop doing. Stop doing this. Stop doing this right now. What you guys can actually stop doing in your groups, and please don't freak out and fire me. Good thing it's a free training. You can stop posting all of your company uh, posts that look like commercials. You can stop posting anything that just has a product and a price. You can stop posting anything that does not include any kind of personalization, any kind of support for that community, anything that doesn't ask them to engage. You can stop posting with those posting platforms that you've uploaded 64 posts from your company and it's easy. So you just plug and then all these posts go out and you're like, oh, it's so easy. I can just let the software do the posting, but nobody's engaging. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about information. Information's like this. Hey, Alexa, can you tell me a good diet plan if I want to lose 10 pounds? You don't need to be the information source for people anymore. The internet, Alexa, Siri, they've got information at their fingertips. What they don't have is someone to support them through the process. So let's say, what company are you guys with, by the way? Let's say you're with Norwex. I love Norwex products, right? I love Norwex products. I love using the towels. I love using the towels for my body. I love using the washcloths for the cleaning. But I will tell you, okay, you just posting a graphic about the towels is not why I bought the towels. I bought the towels because somebody actually talked to me about the benefits that I don't have to wash the towel. And they told the story and they asked me questions and they piqued my curiosity. And then they said, oh, did you know that our towel does this? Even if, guys, even if the graphic says, here's the features of this towel, if you scroll the group and it doesn't stop the scroll and it literally looks like everybody else's group, why are they in yours? Does that make sense? Mary Kay, let's go. And I'm not picking on any companies. I'm just think of companies that I use their products. I have your primer right now, like before you put on your makeup. And if I don't know and love Jody, if I don't know and love Mary Kay, and you just post a primer and a price, why does that make me want to buy it? Do you follow what I'm saying? So I'm still seeing a ton of posts, and your biggest complaint is nobody engages because you didn't ask for engagement. We didn't ask for engagement. We put out information and be like, why aren't people responding? So stop just putting out information. Okay. Now, let's pretend that you go and do a party. Let's pretend. Sorry, Sarah. Sarah, by the way, Sarah Brown is inside of our CRM group. I'm not sure if you're helping with Evergreen this time. Let me know for sure. I don't remember what we decided, but Sarah does a lot of Facebook events, right? And she's awesome at it. Now let's pretend she goes and does an actual party. And now it's time to like post the specials. Fine. It had a purpose. You just told them, here's the value. Here's how you use it. I'm going to sell this to you. So here is a company product special. Yes, you can post it then. But thinking about how to post just for the sake of posting makes no sense to me at all. So stop doing that. Then you can stop complaining that nobody's engaging because now you realize, oh, I didn't actually put up an engagement post and then I'm confused on why they're engaging. Okay. So you guys can stop doing that. What you can start doing is actually giving people purposeful content, right? Asking them questions. And what you can also do is realize, just so y'all don't feel like it's just you, Facebook group visibility is not in your control. Okay. It is not in your control to make sure that every single group member saw the post. You can't make it happen. You don't own the Facebook algorithm. So that feels frustrating, right? So what are you going to do? Alongside your Facebook group container and all the strategies we're going to talk about, something you must start doing, please, is building a list outside of Facebook. Anybody know a way that you could do this? What? Am I talking about another social media platform? What do you guys think I'm talking about? We're talking about group engagement growth challenge. How to get more engagement, how to grow your group, right? I said, quit doing all the random posting that's not making anybody care anyway. But I do want you to start not just worrying about what's posting in the group, but building outside of Facebook. What do you think I mean by that? Yes, this. Okay? Because if you can capture someone's email, how would you do it in a group? Very, very basic. This is back from 4 years ago with Evergreen, or 3 years ago. Okay? If you can capture someone's email, text message also, right? Email is the main one, but because a lot of people don't use text, or if they do, it's more for like customers and such, but we're talking leads. Membership questions. If Sarah Brown has done her due diligence, yes, and she has her membership questions capturing email, she's still going to post engagement stuff in her group. She's still building the community. She's still showing up live. She's still engaging and interacting. But when she wants something in front of every single Facebook group member, you know what she does? She goes and sends them an email. And she sends an email in 10 seconds out to 1,000 group members that delivers to their inbox. Now we're in their face. Now we're saying, hey, because you're a group member, here's the special, here's the deal, here's the event I'm hosting. So part of what you guys are going to learn in Evergreen X is not only the full strategy on what should be in membership questions, because we'll talk about part of that here, but also how to automate Follow Me. Gosh, it blows me away. Dominique, are you on this training by any chance? Imagine this. I will teach you the type of membership questions you should have. We can do that next. I'll teach everybody right here on this live. But if you combine it with software and automation, and by the way, ours is the only one that will do this, plug for our PCAT U CRM. If you can combine that with automation, it's going to memorize all the members' questions. And because they put their email in, it's going to swipe out their email. It's going to put it on their contact card in their CRM. And we can build a complete automation behind what that person answered is their interest, what that person said is their email, where that person said they need help. And based on the membership questions, all they do is check some boxes, put some words, and automation can happen behind it that says, hey, Daisy Johnson, I see you're new to the group. Welcome. By the way, it looks like you're looking for some support with, I don't know, nail tips. I'm going to drop my free guide here. By the way, I'm live every Tuesday where I do, whatever you do, your nail painting party. Daisy, what do you do now, by the way? So combining this with your groups is getting in people's faces, and you can do it all on automation. If you're not doing automation, you can still do it. You should still do it. We still did it, but we had to do it manual. All right, so start building outside of Facebook group in the sense that today commit that you're not going to rely anymore just on your Facebook group, that you're going to use your Facebook group as a growth mechanism, as a container, as a way to convert new sales, but you're not going to be so upset when the Facebook algorithm is not working in your favor. So you're going to say, what am I in control of? Okay, so ask yourself, this is the hardest question. What can I control? What can I control? And people want to blame everything because it's more fun. I mean, I do all the time. I'm like, I definitely want to blame the fact that when y'all were stuck at home in pandemic, a lot more of you came to my parties. I want to blame that. I want to blame that it's busy and that my kids are taking away my energy. I want to blame that. It might be true things. It might be true obstacles, but we cannot say that these are our problems unless we come up with a solution. Did y'all know that? Did you know it's not a problem unless you can come up with a solution? If you go to Carla, and I do it all the time, so don't worry, you're normal, but somebody needs to call you out. Who's going to call you out of this? If you go to Carla and you're like, Carla, nobody's engaging on my Facebook post. I did the type of posting that Kathy said. I'm doing an event in there every single week. I come up with fun themes. I've got this. And she says, okay, well, what are you doing about that? And you go, nobody's paying attention. I keep posting in my group, Hey, what are you doing about that? You're just venting. And Carla will often ask, and Carla, you can type it in the comments below, are you just venting where you just want me to listen, or are you looking for a solution? Is that what you say, Carla? So when it comes to Facebook groups, we're going to have to get on board. You're going to have to make some shifts, and you're going to be okay, because we want you to experience the kind of growth that's happening in some people's Facebook groups right now. And they're realizing it's not just about Facebook, okay? It's about having this container in a way that can convert sales, a complete strategy within that, Also capturing these people outside of Facebook so we can be in their face with the messages on email, limited on purpose, right? And if Facebook dies or we want to change platforms, we own our list. It's not just I have 1,000 members in the group and then it's over. You're like, my whole business is gone. So we start to come up with some solutions. So one of the solutions is we're going to shift our posting. We're going to shift our posting strategy. We already talked about something you can stop doing. We're going to shift our posting strategy. We're also going to shift what we do as far as strategically with the information that we capture with our membership questions. We're also going to shift a solution for a flow. Okay, so we're going to focus on purposefully bringing people into a group and immediately moving them to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. So let's go through a little bit of posting strategy ideas. Number one, what should everybody have as a post in their group? Anybody got a guess? What should we all have, everybody, no matter what kind of group you have? It's the one post that every admin must have in their group. Oh, look. Jean answered first. Gail's got it. Carla's got it. Welcome post. I want you to not worry about evaluating your group. Like, let's not tear ourselves apart about what we could be doing better. Let's first think about an experience we've had in someone else's group. Because if you can understand why this stuff matters, you will understand why you need to do it right today. Okay, so let's pretend that Gail invites me into her group. Maybe I came in through a party as a guest. Maybe I came in through the invite button. Maybe I saw her group linked to the top of her page. Maybe she had a lead magnet with a freebie, and then she invited me into her group. So I get dropped into the group, okay? Without automation, we're waiting on Gail to tell me what to do. So here I am dropped into the group, right? And I'm just on an island. And I'm like, wow, what do I do? Do I like scroll the island? Do I click some buttons? What do I do? Or versus imagine you get dropped into the group. The very first thing you see is the directory, like at the mall. And it says, oh, welcome to the mall. Here's the stores we have. Here's where you can find them. It's all color coded. It's organized. And then the person doesn't have to wait for the tour guide to show up. They go, oh, didn't really know why I was here, didn't know what they did, but I can read and I can see, oh, this is a group for healthy living. That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't really sure. They have a free guide. They've got a challenge coming up next Monday. They've got a link to whatever in the welcome post. Okay. If you're hosting an event or a challenge, right? And then they go, I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know where to go. I don't remember what happened. But you've got that welcome post that has the key information. They can always go back to it. So let's take a look at a couple welcome posts we have in our groups, and I'll screen share with you guys, and you're going to see my very messy Facebook. And I want you to think right now, what would make sense for your group? So for the group that you're in, what would make sense? Because I'm going to show you some different welcome posts from our different groups. Let's go with this one right here. Let's go with Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur, the group that you're hopefully in. And I want you guys, this is a Facebook growth and engagement challenge, okay? So challenges mean you need to go do something. Here's where we are right now. So I want you to look at different welcome posts based on different purposes we have of different groups, and I want you to decide which one would make the most sense for you. And I'm also going to give you a tip. You can see that I had to scroll on that featured section quite a bit to get to the featured post of the welcome post. That is annoying to me that it moves them around. So be aware of that. I do like to, after I show it to you, I do like to choose to put it in the featured section, but I also actually want it to be the first things people see. And in order to do that, you can tell it to add it to the featured section, but you also need to tell it, if it's moved around, that you want it moved back to the front, okay? So if your stuff is moving around, which is happening with mine right now, be aware of where your welcome post is because you don't want people to have to search like mine did, right? I want it to be like one of the first things that they see. So here's one example of a welcome post. Now this one, we did it. We do come and update it. You can do a new welcome post each week, which we used to do. But now I try to just update it with kind of what's going on right now so that I don't always have to keep updating it. And you can see, look, I didn't update since last month. Shame on me. So welcome. We're so glad you're here. This is what you need to know. Read this welcome post, comment done, introduce yourself and what you do online because this is a business group. We let them know if there's a special event happening. We tell them general information of the group. This is something that I saw. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is an incredible thing that all of you could do in your groups. Okay. I saw this in a different group I'm in with a VA agency that I have. And every new group member, they offered a gift. And in this case, the gift that I put together for you guys is the Social Sales School Boards app. But I didn't just give it to you. I said, hey, we have a gift for you. It has resources, scripts, access to some of our trainings. Comment below if you need it. What is this going to do? It's going to drive some engagement, right? It's going to drive some interest and some curiosity. And even more than that, it's going to allow me to get into a conversation with our new group members. Okay. Then we keep going. Guys, I know you're like, this is a lot in the welcome post. Dude, this is the mall directory. You want more training? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Want to work with me and my team? Check it out here. Now, you could have a prettier welcome post with your face. You could have a welcome post that's actually a short video. We ended up just making a graphic, and this is the one we have. We've played with different things inside that group. So that's a free group. Let's go into our current network marketing. And also, you guys are seeing the right screen, right? I think so, because I can't see your comments. Let's go into our current network marketing. And once again, you're going to see the same problem we just had. I'm not moving the welcome post in the featured section. Now, cool thing is when you learn ATM method today, you are going to be tagging them in the welcome email anyway, or the welcome post anyway, but I do like to move it forward. Okay, so here's the welcome post for our party group. So if you guys are doing Evergreen X and you want to learn some strategies to do events or challenges or parties outside of just basic group growth, we can talk about that inside of Evergreen X. Remember, that starts tomorrow if you're watching this live. If you're watching recording, it starts Tuesday, July 11th. If you don't know what Evergreen X is, type in the comments below. We'll get you that info over. We are doing a carnival, a health fair carnival style. And so the welcome post is based on this group, it being an event, a very specific event that's going on right now. And people are coming into this group for this event. So we made the welcome post, and you guys can screenshot anything if you want to. We made the welcome post be specific to what's happening right now. So we made the welcome post saying, hey, here's the carnival. Remember, what have you seen me do now? Comment, right? Listen up, comment below after you read this. We want to let them know what's going on, confirmation of what we're doing. We do ask them, and this will be a strategy we teach you in Evergreen X. We do now ask our members to officially register. This will cover our bases if they didn't answer the membership questions fully, because here we capture their name and email again, and we also use this for prizes. We tell them what the schedule of events is, how they can win, and we also encourage them to share the love right there on the welcome post. So we say, comment below, let us know when you're ready to pop some balloons, make some snow cones, and even watch someone get a pie in the face all this weekend at the virtual health fair. So this is a welcome post for an event, right? So here's why you're here. Here's what you need to know. Let's look at one more, and then I think you guys are kind of getting the gist of it. Let's go into action takers. This is our low price monthly membership club. Stay as long as you want. And Cynthia Height has now taken over this group, and she is going to be doing a special free training for you guys inside of this group tomorrow, inside of Social Sales School. And then she is running the monthly club for the action takers. So you'll see some shifts in there if you guys are over there. Action takers, I want you guys to think in this regard, this would be for people who've made a purchase, okay? So if you have some benefits to people who've purchased versus a party, which might be driving new traffic, this is a membership group. It's times, what are the things, and then what we want you to do. I like step-by-step welcome posts. You guys can decide what you like best. It's kind of like onboarding. Step 1, introduce yourself. Step 2, set your calendar. Step 3, download the Boards app. Step 4, step 5. And what this allows us to do is, just like any post, we add, when we add new members, we tag them in the post. That's the welcome post, right? We can always redirect traffic over there. What you guys can actually do, those of you in Evergreen X, with our software, you're going to be able to automate, see this little blue button right here? You're going to be able to automate any Facebook group that you're the admin of, and I'll walk you through the build out. I'll give you some basic templates. You'll be building with me for the first 4 weeks. You'll be able to import questions. You'll also be able to run complete automations on each group simply because people joined the group. And you'll also be able to run automations on any post. See that little guy right there? An automation on any post. So let's pretend that when someone is tagged for the first time and we said something like comment the word done. Remember I did that in another one? We could tell the software, hey, because this girl commented the word done, I want to send her this specific message, or I want to do this specific thing. So the welcome post can be massively elevated and scaled with automation, but regardless, I think we all need one. Any questions on welcome posts? This, if you guys do, I'm going to give you 2 strategies now. If you do ATM method or you do parties, okay? ATM method or virtual events need a welcome message. Both of them do. I'm going to talk about party strategy and I'll talk about ATM method, okay? But both of them need the welcome post. The posting strategy from there will be dependent upon what it's for. So if it's for the ATM method, and if you're new, just hang tight, you'll learn. Or if it's for parties, the posting would make sense accordingly. So if it's for an event, our posts are to drive traffic to the event. You've been through Virtual Party Challenge before, right? Or through my Virtual Parties Made Simple course. Posting strategy around an event, around a party, around a challenge, whatever you want to call it. Event strategy is very different than plain old ATM method. And we actually teach a combination of both in Evergreen X, okay? So event strategy would be, you guys are coming into this group. The welcome post will be speaking to the event that's happening, just like 5 keys, right? The membership questions, we'll talk about those. Let me type down membership questions so don't forget. The membership questions will be based on the fact of why people are coming in, but also looking for how we can take what we know about them into learning something more. But most of the strategy is not just to give information, not just ask questions, but to find out who are these people and to drive them to showing up on the live video, drive them to showing up to the event, right? That's event strategy. If you're doing ATM strategy, and this one I'll talk a little bit more in depth because y'all might be new. Who's doing ATM? ATM only. Some of your companies teach ATM. My current network marketing teaches ATM. It is typically a group that is shared, whereas event strategy might be shared. I prefer to share it with my team. But event strategy can be done just with a team of 1 and your own people. Event strategy could be your whole team collaborating. ATM strategy, straight ATM, is typically done as a shared group. If you're with a company that corporate has an ATM group, there's a couple of them now, bigger companies or bigger companies in the midst of growth that have ATM groups. The purpose of these groups is add, tag, message for the purpose of converting new customers. The difference is you're not driving traffic to a live event. There's not always, and for most of them, there's not ever a party in there or a live event. Now with the company I'm with, I actually came in to that company getting to talk about events, which is super cool. So they actually have hosted big 3 big corporate events right inside the ATM group. We're going to be doing another one. But the typical premise of ATM strategy is it is loaded, and I mean loaded, filled with just lots of testimonials, lots of stories. I did not say product information. Yes, we have the product information in there, organized. You'll learn how to organize in Evergreen X. But what keeps popping up every single day? Somebody else's testimonial, somebody else's story. Somebody can post in there and ask questions. Like, I've heard about this product, I've got this concern. It's a community built around conversation, solely around converting sales, if it's an ATM group for prospects, for customers. There are also ATM groups for business. The ATM groups for business, once again, they might have a live in there, right? But the goal with ATM is just everyday flood with testimonials, flood with stories. So that's why it is better on an ATM strategy to not do this alone. If you can get some high up upline to collaborate and learn this method, we'll teach it in Evergreen X, okay? If you can get some upline and have a whole bunch of team members collab, you're not worrying about events and prizes and challenges. You're just testimonial. And they convert really well if, and only if, you have a systematic process around it. So here's the downfall to ATM. And who's new to this? Who's new to ATM method where it's not like parties, it's not events, and it's certainly not company posted graphics. It is not that. It is real people, real faces, real struggles, real solutions. Here's my testimony. Here's what I've been using. Here's what I like, right? And people saying, hey, I'm starting to use this, blah, blah, blah. It is for conversion. Who knows that method? Okay. The downside to it, okay, and there is a downside to it, even though they're really great, our ATM group went from less than 700 to almost 30,000 in a year. Isn't that crazy? Anybody else lost video? Our ATM method group in the company I'm with went from under 700 in May 2022, and I joined I officially signed up June 1st. I ran the numbers, they're almost at 30,000. Okay. So great, they grow because everybody's dumping into the same group. Dump people, dump people, dump people. And there's a lot of testimonials because you've got a lot of people adding people. Here's the downside. If you don't have a strategy behind taking the person from the second they get dropped in to the second they buy, they're just going to sit in a group. So what steps do you need to do behind a group if it's ATM strategy? If it's party, you know what you're doing. Drive to the live, drive to the live, drive to the live, convert sales on the live event, present the products, do the party, be a professional reminder that the urgency of the offer, the party special is ending. It's all around the urgency of this one specific event. Okay, but you got to go do the event. ATM, with it just being a bunch of testimonials, people might say, yeah, I want to learn more. So you're like, great, can I invite you to the group? And they say, yeah, but then they forget you added them or they don't go back to Facebook for a while. So what I'm going to teach you guys, and I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. We have a large ATM group. We don't have a systematic step-by-step process that says the second somebody gets dropped in, send them this message. The second somebody gets dropped in, tag them in this post. The second somebody drops in, go ask this question. 2 days after they get in the group, follow up with this message, right? The difference of what I'm going to teach you in Evergreen X is not just events anymore. I am going to teach you event strategy. I will teach you parties and the whole system, but we're also going to be talking about what you might just be learning about a bit today, because this strategy right here combined with this strategy right here is the ultimate. So if you're thinking the most fun, simple, effective way to grow your group, how to create engagement, how to have a community of people who are interested and excited and moving from prospect to customer and moving from customer to retained customer, giving referrals, I suggest, this is just me, a combination group called Evergreen, a group that lives forever, that you will host events in. You will host some parties in, some challenges, some workshops, because that's urgent. Just like today, come to this group, get on this live, come here and learn, get a like squashed opportunity for a bunch of people to show up at the same time, speak to a bunch of people at one time instead of one-on-one, but have a combination of value in the group, testimonials in the group, stories in the group, so that if there's not an event going on right now, or they don't attend the event, or they have a lot of questions after the event because they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you yet, and you're presenting some, fabulous products that are better than anybody else's, You have social proof in the group that is validating what you've said at the event. So when Jess and I did our party group, we ended up building out a combination of ATM method and party group so that no matter when people came in, and here's what y'all got to work on next, there was a flow. No matter what happened, if you came into the group, there was a process. From the second you come in, you can come in just to learn more information. You can come in because a hostess invited you to the party. But from the second you come in, we're getting into a conversation. We're pulling those membership question answers. Now we can apply automation. And we're saying, oh, hey, Carla, I see in your questions that you need some help with X, Y, and Z. I'm hosting an event on the 10th. I'll be sharing more. In the meantime, I'm going to go tag you in a couple posts of some people who have testimonials, have results that I think will really impress you based on what you're looking for. I'm also going to tag you. I'm going to send you our breakthrough guide that's in the group in the files section. I'll tag you in it. I'll pop it right over here in Messenger. So you add them to the group, you tag them based on things that make sense. And then you message them. You message them to follow up. You message them to confirm that they got the information, and you have a complete strategic flow. The biggest difference between you guys that feel like you're not having successful groups and the people who are nailing it, there is what you might call a pipeline, a journey is what we use in our software name, and a flow. So I want you guys to start thinking, and I want you to build your flow today. When someone is new into the group, and I'll give you the words that we use just so we can stay in alignment with each other. When someone is new to the group, this journey, so imagine like actually going on a trail together or up the stairs together. The first step that I consider someone in my prospecting flow is a lead. So when someone opts into my group, however they get there, and this is how you guys are going to get engagement and growth, I have to know where you're at in the flow. I have to know where you're at in the journey, because if you come as a lead, that means you don't buy the products yet, right? You're not doing the business yet. You might not even know that much yet. You might not even be in the right group. You just got popped in here. When someone is a lead, one of the first things I need to get from that person is the answer to their membership questions, because what we do with our lead is we start to discover. We start to discover, why did you come here? How can I help? What is it that you're looking for? How did you hear about me? Are you already familiar with these products? Who's your hostess? How did you find us in a Facebook search? And we start to build that connection right through their membership questions, and we instantly get into a conversation with the new group members so that we can take them just from a name that popped into the group. And you guys can fill your group automated now. You actually have a way that Facebook can help you dump more people into the group. That's part of Evergreen X, but you still have to do the work. You still have to identify, are they a lead that should be in my group? Are they a lead that I can help? Are they a lead I can help move forward, or should they go somewhere else, right? Are they a lead who's ready right now? Are they a lead who's ready later? Are they a lead who knows a bunch of other people? And this might also be called simply your contact list or your pipeline. So the membership questions will help me identify, should this person be here? And is she this? A qualified lead. And when I say qualified lead, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, if you come into my party group, and me and Carla and Erica, and who else is in that group right now? Cynthia Heights over there using the products. If you come in and you say, I say, hey, Carla, I see that you answered the membership questions, and you put your email, but you didn't really tell me if you had any interest areas in getting healthy or less stress or gut health or anything like that. And who invited you here? How can we help? And she's like, well, I'm not really sure why I'm there. And I'm like, oh, this is a group where we help people learn healthy habits and take back control of their energy and have a simple system to follow. And the girl's like, I don't have any health goals. Like, that's not of interest to me at all. Is that a qualified lead? The discovery process helps us realize, who do we really want in our group? Because do you know what we kind of thrive on? Vanity metrics. We thrive on, I grew my group to 30,000 people. I grew my group to 300. I grew my group to 3,000. But do you remember what the whole point of the group is? What's the purpose? For me, anyway. The big word, conversion. For me, the big word is conversion. So if you're not qualified, meaning You have no interest in what I do, what I offer, how I can help. You don't have any problems that I can solve with my products. I sell, uh, I don't know, I sell jewelry. Pretend this is beautiful jewelry. I sell jewelry and you need help with helping your kid with ADHD. I don't know. Those are my situations. Not in the right place. So through this flow, we have in our software, it can tag them accordingly and automate behind each of those pieces based on who they are, but manually, you've got to do it too. And we say, okay, because you told me you have interest in health, you're looking for some help with weight management, I am going to do the next step and I'm going to take you from a lead, hopefully, to a prospect. This would be my goal. And the way that I do that is I have to get into the conversation through the discovery questions that are right there in the membership questions. And then I can tag them in some information that would make sense to them so that when I tag them and I talk to them or I get them to the party, I can say, oh, what'd you think? Talk to them, get them to the event, get them information in front of them. And then they go, oh, actually, I am kind of interested in that. I've heard about greens powder before. I've heard about mushroom coffee before. I've heard about energy drinks before, or hormonal support, or whatever it is that you sell. But I'm not really sure if, I don't have a budget, or I'm not really sure if that's going to work for me. No problem. I know based on that, they've moved now from a lead into what I call a prospect. This is how I do it. I know our software does it, like the pre-filled a little different. I consider you a prospect for my products and my service once you've actually given me some information. Okay. If you've given me that information, and now my job is to make sure you come to the event, get the testimonials you need, get the value piece that you need in front of you. And if I do my group method really, really well, evergreen, I don't have to say anything. I just have to tag you in a few things. I have to copy a couple links. I can drop them over to you, and you guys are pretty hands off in your group. You're not sitting there answering all the questions. Oh, we've got a post in our group about that. I'll go tag you. Oh, we're going to talk about that on the live event Tuesday night. Can you come? Oh, you're struggling with Facebook group growth? I'll be live on Monday at 11. Can you listen in? Oh, you can't listen in. I've got a guide. Do you want that? You've got to create as much evergreen around your ideal customer, your qualified lead, so that you can grow a thriving, engaged group, not because you keep posting content all day long, because you've provided the evergreen content, you've put in the things in front of them that matter, and now what do they get to do in the group? Ask questions, engage, show up on the live videos, comment on all the resources that you have, ask questions when they're starting to use some products, look at other people's testimonials. And it does take time to build some of this. It does, right? So if your group is from scratch, don't freak out. But in due time, we don't care about vanity metrics. We don't care about 3,000 people that don't come in and move forward. We care about how many leads actually have a need or a problem we can solve. Can we get into a conversation, discover the need using membership questions, right? Using messenger conversations. Can we convert more sales? And we have to have the way that we're going to talk to them. And if we have the way that we're going to talk to them be through a party, through a post, through automation, whoop, whoop, then the next step in the flow is what? Customer, team member, maybe a host. That's where I want them to pop out on the other side. I want them to come on the other side. So let's talk about things that I don't really care about. Personally, and I know you guys may not all agree, I don't really care about engagement. I don't. I don't care about engagement in the sense that if I put out a post and it doesn't like everybody's commenting on it, that doesn't really stress me out. Because more often than not, people are reading it, but they're not responding. But it is important to be able to assess, is anybody paying attention? Does anybody care? Are you watching? So I don't care about engagement for like my own pride. If a post goes up and it didn't hit, it's very important not to assume they didn't read it. Assume actually that they read it, but you didn't make it clear that you wanted them to respond. So right now, I don't know how many comments are on this video. 28 of you are listening. I don't know how long it's been since the last comment came in, but we will get in our head about this. We'll get in our head about no engagement, right? And you'll assume because nobody's posting on your post that you need to stop posting. But don't assume, because we already know what assume means. Assume means you make an ass out of you and me. So instead, we think, well, gosh, instead of assuming they don't care, I'm going to find out if they care. I'm going to find out, are they watching? So, a couple of very, very, very simple ways is tell them what you want them to do. Comment. Tell them. Comment on this post. So, right now, if you guys are listening, I want you to comment on this live video, replay or live, one thing, just one, because you've learned a lot of things so far, just one thing that you could go do today that could make some small tweaks or refinements in your process that you could see could get you some more results. Something we've talked about today, just one. Pick one thing because it's important not to try to implement 1,000 things, right? So when you hear all these ideas and you're all at different processes and you're like, wait, what? Come into Evergreen X. Let's move through it 1 week at a time in a strategic process, teaching, implementing all together, right? If you missed it earlier, last call for alcohol in 1 day from now, that class starts. So if you're not in Evergreen X, just type in the comments below that you need the info. Carla will get it to you. Okay. So you can tell people, comment on this post, right? Because don't assume that they're going to do it. You can ask a question. I will tell you, and y'all know, if you ask questions, people like to respond, especially if you ask their opinion. People like to give it. So if you say, ask a question, let's pretend I do love Norwick's towels a lot. So I know I'm talking about them a lot. I don't sell for them. But let's talk about this towel because I do love the towel and I'm not trying to pick favorites. I'm just thinking of what I actually use in my life that's a true post. If I sold that towel, I could just go put a post in the group that has that towel and pricing and tell how great it is. Or I could shift the strategy and I could say, comment below your biggest struggle with your towels or the thing that you hate the most about or you don't like about doing laundry with your towel or just laundry in general. Or you could say, you could ask an opinion. What do you guys use in order to wash your laundry that doesn't have any like chemicals in it? Or what is your best hack for summertime clean eating? Now you're the one who sells some solutions. So you're going to go, why do I ask their opinion? Because now you're getting into conversation. Because if you go into your group knowing that you sell a supplement that helps with metabolism or a supplement that helps with energy, and you just go post, here's the green supplement that does it all. It's so amazing. Can't live without it. Woo, woo, rah, rah. Versus an actual story of someone, right? A real testimonial, not just like the company graphic. You're doing better. And if you then post a question and say, tell me what your biggest struggle is. What would you love more of? Would you love more energy or more, I don't know, money? Would you love more energy or more money? What are you guys doing to increase your energy every day? You know, what is your solution for this? And you get a ton of people responding. That's more than the none you were going to get. And not every one of those responding want your solution, but you're finding people interested in what you do. You're finding people open. You're finding people that might go, oh, I use this company's XYZ. And you might go, oh my gosh, that's really great. I would love for you to compare to ours. Are you open to sampling mine? Just tell me what you think. Clearly, you value clean living, right? Or someone else is going to go, I don't know, but I've really been trying to figure out because there's a lot of food dyes in my kids' food and all the stuff I'm buying them. And you might want to do what Leslie Ladd did yesterday in our party group and implement her hack for a stick treat food that the kids will eat that doesn't have all the crap in it. So start asking more questions, start telling people what you need them to do, and don't assume just because they didn't engage, they're not interested, but ask them, who's this? Ask you, who is this group about? Who is this group about? Because if I'm thinking of you, I'm going to think about what's in it for you. I'm going to think about what's in it for them. So we will stop putting out posts that we think matter until we know who is our group, what matters to them. And if you do an excellent job of finding your perfect prospect and leading her to your group, you already know who she is. You already know that she's a busy mom. You already know that she's an entrepreneur. You already know she's a struggling network marketer. You already know that she's got a family to take care of. You already know that she's guilt-ridden about all the things that she's not doing successfully, and you already speak her language. If you can get that good when you post in your group, everything's going to be a hit because you're talking to the right people about the right thing. right? So as we move through strategy with groups, some people said, let's go back to what you guys said. You can add a poll for sure. Welcome post needs revising. That's what Linda is going to look at. Implementing automation tools. This is huge. Welcome post. Get better at welcome post. Giving them a call to action of what I want them to do. Use Facebook group as a tool. This is important. Welcome directory. Revise a lot with welcome post. Good, good, good. You guys, let's talk a little bit now about once they come in. And actually, you know what? I'm going to help you guys with something. Did you know there's actually a strategy out there? The only focus is get people in the group, 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 and they don't hardly ever do new content, hardly ever, but they have existing content that they recycle. An evergreen group does not need consistent, new, exciting stuff. If you have evergreen material in there, why do you need a new post? Just go tag them in the old post and it boosts right back up to the top anyway. And then not only that, that post has a lot more engagement because you kept recycling that post. So we can talk about that in Evergreen X. There's a group of coaches, and that's what they pride themselves on. They hardly ever put new content in there, but they constantly put what matters most, new people, and they tag them. They ATM them really, really well. You can do this all in automation. We'll teach it inside of Evergreen. Okay, so drop me some questions. I'm going to leave a little bit of time for your questions. I want to move into a little bit of an example of what we're going to do starting next week. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what Evergreen will do. You'll pick up some strategy ideas on here. I'm going to show you the group. I'm going to show you some of the automations we're going to build. Okay. And then I'll wrap back and ask any questions. I'll do our giveaways and we will be done within 30 minutes. Okay. So allow me to share my group. I'm going to show you guys what we're doing. We have now a group, a Facebook group growth strategy focus around evergreen material, ATM method, and virtual events. So we're going to teach it all. The big focus is going to be automation. So this is the new thing. I'm offering a special for you guys who want to get started with us that are not in there. If you want to come in, if you've ever done Evergreen in the past, it's the older version. You're going to get the extreme version, but tell us at least what you liked about the old Evergreen. Okay, it's an 8-week class. It's forever. Some of the materials you'll get forever, your automations and such that you get to build out with me. But I'll be here with you guys for 8 weeks, and then some of the course material you'll get extra time with, so you can move forward through it. We're going to be teaching you guys complete group strategy with all methods that are working right now to grow. So that means virtual events. Okay. ATM method, and Jean said this earlier, group funneling system. Now, virtual events, I think, makes sense to you guys, right? Parties, workshops, challenges, things where it's an actual timely thing, like this training today, or like the carnival we did this weekend. We're going to be teaching you the full ATM method, where you can add people to the group, tag them, and message them, and grow your group even without doing virtual events. I suggest doing both, though. And we're also going to teach you how to use this as a complete group funneling system. What that means is your focus is to build this container of group members who can benefit from what you sell. And you can build this container of group members who help you grow the community, who engage in the community, who participate, and who don't want to leave. And that means the beauty is you can still use all your social media channels that you want. You can go over to TikTok, you can go over to LinkedIn, you can go over to Instagram, you can go wherever you want. But groups only exist on Facebook. So our goal, your funnel, will be funnel them to the group. Funnel them to the group. This is my home. This is my place where this is where I contain the people. This is my incubator. This is where I grow the eggs into chickens. And then I teach the chickens how to make more eggs. And then I grow more little baby chicks that make more chickens and more eggs. Okay. So we're going to do all three inside of here. And this is what the group looks like. And this is what the class is. We're going to, and when you guys come into here, I'm going to tell you why this group looks like this, just so you don't misunderstand why it's already so full, because it actually doesn't start till tomorrow. But when you go into this group, we have a ton a ton of past bonus trainings, Zoom calls. This is a Q&A thread you guys will be able to do in here from our past time with previous members. We are not going to get rid of that because one of the favorite things that most people actually love binge watching, remember evergreen content, is our past coaching calls. And we did this group a year ago on virtual parties, and then we moved them into Evergreen before it went Evergreen X. And there's Jean was in here. I can see your face. This looks like it was Jessica, Sarah Brown, Sarah Inman was coaching in here, and what Jennifer Surfer was in here. What you can actually binge the heck out of and pull ideas from in these coaching calls, which are a bonus, is listening to other network marketers talk about their companies, talk about their strategies, listening to the coaches help them and move them forward on top of the 8 weeks you're going to get live with me. Sarah or Jessica, one of you girls, also put together some extra bonus trainings in here. This is extra value for you guys. Battle of the Hostesses, these are ideas. My party event example, setting up group chats within Facebook, tracking sheets are in there. Ignite Your Impact, we have I guess that was a link to a past event. How to onboard, party themes, finding your URL, using forms, creating polls. These are just extras inside of the group. So if you are in the group right now, go binge some of the guides if you want to, but then we're going to be moving forward together starting July 11th. So what's going to happen is if you're not here, if you're in this group right now and you're not upgraded to Evergreen X, you get removed today. Okay. If you're not already in Evergreen X, you're not in Impact, you'll leave this group today. So make sure you reach out and get that. We rebranded it starting tomorrow, 8 weeks of live coaching. We're going to start with 4 weeks of building out your groups and systems together. You will get access to our school course. So at pcatu.com/login, if you guys already have courses with us, they get uploaded over here. You'll be able to log into your back office. It is an actual course. Okay. So let's see which one it is, because I own a lot of my own courses. Evergreen itself, I don't have it unlocked. Evergreen itself is going to be an actual released course into your back office, just like all these are. You can move through the modules without me. You don't have to wait. You get immediately access to the original Evergreen. And as we update it to Evergreen X, the modules will go into your course access as well. We will build out the automations, but I highly encourage you, don't just grab the course. The whole benefit is coming into this community right here with however many people are in there, 55, I think right now. I don't know. Coming into this group, working with me weekly on Zoom, having Erica Watkins coach you through the Facebook wall, meaning she can answer your questions when you post in the group. She's going to be doing some check-in spots, right? But she can help you and she can give you ideas. Working with some of the coaches who are in here to support you guys. And then also, once again, see that little blue. This is the icing on the cake, and this is why I need you guys here, okay? Also work with me so that I can go step by step to support you in implementing our Facebook group automation software. When you look at all these options, you're like, what? What do I do? What do I do? We'll literally go step by step by step to fill out all of these fields, to tag every single one of your group members. You can add any kind of automation to your group that you want to. You can add things like, these are big words, tag mapping. Do you know what this means, you guys? This is insane. When a group member comes in, and let's say, see these questions right here? This is how automation is going to work with us. We'll teach it in Evergreen X. See this question. Well, first of all, this is a members area only. Do you have the course? That was an old question. What email do you use? Remember, we talked about that. But this right here, you'll be taught how to do a membership question. So take some notes on membership questions right now. You have to have an interest question. You have to have a needs question. You have to have a discovery question in your membership questions. Everybody should, okay? Everybody should. But when you do have that, this is what's cool. Dominique put this in the software. I get to be the one marketing it. We're the only ones who have it. Automation can say, okay, because this girl said she was new to virtual parties, I want this certain action to happen for her. Because this person said she's already experienced, I want this certain action or sequence to happen for her. because she's a team leader, because she doesn't have a team. We go down and we will build these things out based on your group, your resources. And this is probably the biggest value of those 8 weeks together. The first 4 doing this. Tag mapping means if they said a certain thing, look, if they said anything containing this word or something similar, then I want to tag them accordingly. And that means only if they did this thing, they'll get a tag. And because they have what we call a tag, now you can put on automation a message that might go out to them, a sequence that might start happening, a reminder on your dashboard to prioritize this group member. The options are endless for what you can run behind the automations. It's not just about capturing membership questions. It's not just about tagging your group members. And once you've got that done, you guys will actually be able to go into your software after you preload this and sync it with your Facebook group. You will actually be able to go into your contact section and you will be able to sort within your CRM, and you'll be able to pull according to whatever you have typed on here, right? Whatever you've called people, you'll be able to sort down your group. You'll be able to type in any of your groups. Let's go to Impact Makers. And you'll be able to refine that list down to only people who have a certain tag. I guess that's not my active tag. And then from that, you guys will be able to, there it is, talk to these people. You can do it on automation, or right now I can say, oh, okay, because they're all in the Impact Makers group, the system has sucked them in there. The system has given them a tag. I've put some automations behind it. But right now, I also, real quick, I want to go send my Impact Makers a text message, which I'm going to do with you guys. So imagine being able to do this with group members, tagging them, emailing them, automating Facebook messages. Because do you see this button right here that says add? Watch. I can text them. All your group members, you guys. I could choose to send them a Facebook Messenger. I can email them. We're not linked with Instagram. All those other things are these. You can do Facebook pages, groups, but we're not doing the other platforms yet. And I can say, hey, hi. Thank you so much for being an impact maker or part of this group or whatever. I just wanted to say hi. Wanted to say hi. How have you been? Now, you can do this on automation where 2 weeks after somebody joins the group, you send that out. Now I'm going to do that via text. The reason why it has different options is if they don't have text message, then it would try Messenger. If they don't have Messenger, it would try email, or I can reverse that order. First try email, then text, then Messenger, whatever order, but I only want this to go out text. So right now, let's see what else I want to say. I'll make a note, text, Impact Makers, thank you. It's going to send me a notice when this has been sent out. All my impact makers are going to get a text message over to their phone because they're part of my group. You guys, this is the ultimate combination of strategy with modern day marketing. And the beauty of it is, whatever we teach you guys, you will be able to implement and duplicate with your team. That means if you do go into the automation side during EvergreenX, when I create a Facebook group onboarding for you, and you like it, and your team members decide to do the same, they don't have to create it. Because you came through this, you learned this, they can actually copy whatever you make. Isn't that cool? So EvergreenX is going to be about the complete strategy around how to have a group, a forever home, an evergreen group that converts more sales. So that we can take you guys, and I'm curious, do you know these answers? Actually, let's go over to Social Sales School. Let's go to the group you guys are in. Let's say you have a group of 2,000 or 200 or whatever it is, so that we can take you from a group of 2,600 members that maybe only 10% of them are purchasing customers to a Facebook group that converts 30 to 50% of these people into buying something from you. Would you like that? On top of that, it's not just about converting more sales, it's about group growth. It's about me saying right now, if there's anybody that should have listened to this training, right, and they're not here, and you're watching this inside of Social Sales School, tag them in the comments below if you know they're in the group. If you're not sure if they're in the group, when we get off this, please go invite them into the group and let them know that you just invited them into a group where there was a training on Facebook group growth, and you think it can help. We'll teach you not only how to grow your members, because once again, these are vanity metrics, but most importantly, how to convert, how to get those conversions to bring you more conversions, and how to help those conversions move through the journey. Maybe they ended at customer, now you want them to move forward to host. Maybe they ended at host, now you want them to move forward to team member. Maybe they ended at team member, now you want them to move forward to a team member who's growing in her business. Okay, there's a lot we've learned today. Do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions? Carla's asking, did you see a message from her? If you're in the group, please let her know. If you're in Evergreen, I think is what she's probably talking about. If you are in the Evergreen group and not upgrading, we will be removing you guys today. Okay, so just because you purchased the virtual party course and it upgraded to Evergreen Extreme, it doesn't keep you in that group. We let you stay in that group for your 8 weeks. You've got to move out or move up. Totally up to you guys what you're going to do. Carla is here to answer any question you guys have. I'm going to go pull a couple winners. You do have to be RSVP'd. So last chance, if you didn't RSVP to today's event, get into the Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. That's the link to it, although that you can type that out, but just go search for Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. Go up to the events section and RSVP to the event, and I'll pull the list here in just a minute. Any questions? You guys, we talked about a variety of things. We focused a lot today on welcome posts, membership questions, and strategy. So my challenge to you guys right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys the opportunity to come into Evergreen X, and I'm going to give you guys a little challenge. I want you by tomorrow to comment on this video with how many group members you have. And this is going to be hard. It's going to be a lot of homework, but it's a challenge. How many group members you have, but here's the most important part. How many are customers? And I asked you guys this on a Facebook post. Before tomorrow, by Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central. By Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central, and I'll wrap back through. We'll do one more prize draw for this. On this video here that you guys are watching, I would prefer if you commented in Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur, so I don't have to search comments everywhere. Comment on the Social Sales School feed of this video. So if you're watching it anywhere else, get over to the group. Tell me how many group members you have and how many are customers. Do that by tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. We'll do an extra prize for that. Here's reason why. If you come to me and say, I've got a group of 200, 20 are customers, but we can help you start implementing some strategies and turning that 200 with 20 customers into 200 with 40 customers, or that 200 with 20 into 400 with 40, 60, 80, 100 customers. So we can grow by converting more sales within the same people, adding more people to the group, or a combination of both. Add people to the group and get a higher conversion rate. Now we're really winning, okay? We can also increase sales by what? Selling the same person more, right? So we'll be doing all that together in class. So drop how many group members you have, how many of them are actual purchasing customers. By tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central, I'll do an extra draw. And then this question right here, there's a special running on Evergreen X. The retail price, I believe, is $21.97 for the full 8 weeks of coaching. If you are looking just for course content, we're talking the coaching Evergreen X group, but there's a special running right now. Carla, what I'll do just to help you is I will send out, I'm going to post for everybody in the event. When we hang up, I will go post the Evergreen purchasing link. I will give you guys a code. It's going to be a code to save you guys on Evergreen X. Okay, so you'll have to type in the code on our website. I'll give you the website link. And if you're not sure if it's for you, if you think, oh, I just need a course, I don't need coaching, I don't need automation, I don't need all the program and the growth, I don't need to be making an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. I don't need that. Carla can tell you just about any courses or classes we have. But if you know you want to come into the community, this is why we priced it and why we made it. There's no way, if you guys implement what we're teaching, that you will not have that paid off, possibly by the time you're done, but within 4 months. There's no way. If we cannot help you increase your sales by $500 a month using the system, then we shouldn't have sold you the system, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not just about recouping the money you paid. It's about you made an investment and now you get to have that pay off over and over and over and over. That's $6,000 increase over the next year if you can increase 500 a month. So we're believing by offering this that it'll be strategic, it'll be simple, it'll be very step by step, and it's immediately something you can implement to get the biggest results. Now, if you want bigger, ask her about impact. Ask her about impact. Okay, any other questions, you guys? I'll go over. Where I'm gonna take you guys is, let's see if it's still on the website. I will take you guys over. I'm gonna drop in the group. Let me pull some winners, and then I will take you to our store. It's peakeatu.com/store. And I'm actually going to put Evergreen on there. We actually do have an Evergreen separate page as well with more information. I can link that. I'll give you the pricing code so that you can save. Looks like it's a $500 savings code that we have out there right now. Cool. Okay. And then you guys will have until tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock to get into that group. All right. Let's see who's going to win some prizes. Who likes prizes? Yes, I do. Who likes prizes? How about you? I like prizes. Yes, I do. Okay, so I will also drop into the chat that's connected with the event. And I will drop into the group as well. And I'll email out to everyone. I'm going to message you. 62 people said they're going. Let's pick 3. All I do is scroll. Hold on. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Down. Okay, now I'm going to scroll up. Lynn Roots. Hey, I think Lynn won something else before. Lynn, R-U-T-Z. Are you in the house? Lynn commented. Lynn just won a prize. Lynn, what you need to do if you've never, see, I always do what's in it for them. What's in it for you guys? Prizes. If you've never done this before, text me to 618-816-7228. And this is for Lynn. And I'll type your name on the screen. And then I will pick 2 more, so don't hang up. Anybody wanting Evergreen information, please raise your hand right now. I can also run an automation and sweep through this group and send you guys a message if you will type in the comments below. Just type the word info, I-N-F-O, and I'll have the software pick up people who typed that word. Okay, Peek at You prize to the word on your, or to the number on your screen. That's what I need from you, Lynn. And let's go pick 2 more. Peek at You prize. Oh, shoot. I've got a autofill that keeps typing. And thank you guys for joining me. This was kind of an impromptu pop-up challenge. It's not over. I'll have a homework assignment tonight, so don't forget your homework assignment. Get your group numbers posted on this video by 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. Carla's in the comments. She can help monitor anything you guys are needing as well. And I keep trying to type hashtag Peek at You prize, but it's not working. Hashtag Peek at You prize. Lynn, go ahead and text me. And if you text hashtag Peek at You prize, the form will actually pop up with your options. If you just text me, then you can wait until I get a response to you. Okay, next. Sherry Risto. Sherry Risto and I were just talking yesterday. Sherry Risto went through our whole Peek at You 90 group. And I think I don't even want to say what company you're with. I might butcher it. Carla can tell me for sure. Sherry Risto and Lynn Roots. Let's do one more. Who wants it to be you? We have prizes, anything from courses, gift cards. We've got the Mom Magic book that I was a part of last year. That book series I got to be an author in. That was awesome. And last but not least, one more. Uno más, por favor. And then I'll come back with you guys tomorrow. Okay, the class Evergreen actually starts at 11 o'clock Central tomorrow. So we'll kick off our train, or not 11 o'clock. It starts at 2 o'clock. Evergreen starts at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, not 11. Oh, good, you've got more time. 2 o'clock Central. So I'll pop in here tomorrow at 11 to update you on who won for answering the comments on how many group members, how many are converted. I'll give you a last call to get into Evergreen. It actually is at 2 o'clock tomorrow. I think I used to do a different class at 11. Okay, let's pick one more person who RSVP'd. This one says Christy Duquette Bowman. She's friends with Leslie Ladd. Christy, you are our last winner for today, you guys. Go ahead and request the information that you need. Thank you for joining me today. Please, if you need anything, reach out. We look forward to seeing how many of you are going to come into that group, work with myself, work with Erica, Sarah, and all the other support team that are in there. And if you want your free Facebook audit with Carla, don't wait. Don't wait. Get on her calendar before she's all filled out, okay? And then she can tell you about Evergreen as well. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow for a wrap out on this. And we will, Somebody's asking me who did my eyebrows. Who did my eyebrows? And we'll pick a winner for that and give you guys a last chance to get into Evergreen. Go watch an email from me right now, a Facebook post coming at you to get you guys inside of Evergreen. And she's filling out. I believe that. I believe that. Everybody wants a Facebook audit. All right, you guys. Bye.